So how do you react as an architect to all those functions that are related to a contemporary museum?
Well, it's true that the museum in our time, if you think about its evolution from the early 19th century till now, has evolved into, I would say, societally more important venue. Obviously, our concerns now in museums, our concern now is to reach a wider audience. We've graduated from the slightly elitist treasure box to a place of cultural dialogue. And that transition is incredibly important, profoundly important. And the question is how do museums respond to that? So you could simply describe a museum with these two concerns. One, I would say, is the static one, that regardless of all the developments, you still have the core responsibility of protecting and showing works of art somewhere. I mean, they might be archaeological or anthropological pieces or historical works of art, or they might be contemporary works of art. But the museum provides a setting, a rather unique setting for us as contemporary human beings, where we are not distracted by other things. Our contemporary life is a life of distractions and entertainments and attempts to stop us being bored. But a museum is one of those few moments that put you in a sort of comfortable isolation, and where distraction is avoided. The opposite is sought. So it's one of the few times where we can find a relationship, with us, without mediation, with objects, with things, and with our own thoughts. Obviously, books do that as well. But so we can't forget this slightly spiritual dimension, the static and the cerebral dimension of museum. And I don't think you shouldn't be undermining that. I think that is, at the same time, the contemporary museum has to respond to more dynamic concerns, because the traditional format of coming in, looking at works and going home again is being supplemented by the museum as a wider offer in terms of societal and cultural dialogue. Museum is a sort of piece of societal infrastructure, not just cultural infrastructure. So the exchange of ideas through events, through lectures, through performance, and contemporary art especially, is engaging other mediums, dance, film, and I suppose in its remit, it's starting to engage the audience in a more dynamic way than, let's say, a classic collection of oil paintings might do. So these two issues need to be part of the contemporary museum: the static, the peaceful, the one of, and then the collective, the place of dialogue.